If you hate TV commercials, then you're gonna love this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. This is the MuteDaddy. It's kind of like me. But this little remote here is going to make your TV watching much more enjoyable. As I unbox this, I'm going to tell you, commercials are creeping up everywhere. When we got DVRs, I thought, hey, we're done with commercials. It's never going to happen again. But as you have gone to streaming television, they are now forcing you to watch commercials. You might even notice that maybe you can skip some, but some are just absolutely embedded in there and you can't do anything about it. YouTube has some free movies, but they're ad supported. I've even noticed that on applications like Paramount, where I subscribe to them, sometimes they force me to watch the commercials. So this little remote here is actually really interesting because it allows you to mute those commercials. Now, the commercial will still play, but you don't have to be bothered with that repetitious ad with that annoying football player pushing auto insurance or the latest list of side effects from that medication you're taking. We get 2 AAA batteries, which are included with the MuteDaddy. And as you can see, it kind of looks just like your standard remote control. It's kind of got a nice taper to it. Feels good in the hand. If I slide this off here, put the batteries in just like that, now our MuteDaddy is powered up and ready to rock. And you can see there, we have a power button right up there. We also have a mute button. It looks like volume control. Plus and minus buttons here, which I think might be volume control. And then we have this big button right here, this giant silicone button. If I press it anywhere, you can feel that it's registering it. And what we will get is we will get this countdown. So we'll use this IR blaster there to mute what you're watching for however long you want it to. So in this case, I've hit it a few times, so it's a 200 seconds. If I turn it off like that, now if I hit it once, what you might see is it says 30 seconds. But I'm like, oh no, the commercial says it's going to run for 1.5 minutes. But if it says it's going to run for 90 seconds, I can hit this 3 times. And look, it's got 90 seconds on the countdown. Pretty cool. So what will happen is that it will mute the TV for those 90 seconds and then it will unmute it. Let's see if it works. Alright, so I'm up here at my main TV and I've got my MuteDaddy in front of me here, but the first thing we have to do is program it to our TV. So what we get in the guide here is the codes that will be appropriate for each of the TVs. You can see LG has a bunch of different codes here, so you might have to find your listed TV here and make sure that this sucker works. In fact, mine is a TCL, which is actually listed right there, and there are only 5 codes, which is nice. So the first thing we're going to do here, I will just actually test it with the power button to see if it will turn on or off the TV, and that's how I will know I have the right code. So to program this little bad boy, I'm just going to hold down this mute button here until we get to programming those numbers up there. All right, now the first one is 0439. So I'm going to hold down the plus here, and if I hold it down, we will start racing through the numbers. And I overshot already. All right, now that I've got that number selected, I'm going to hit the power button. And I'm going to see if it turns on the TV. And it does not seem to, so I'm going to go to the next one. Nothing there, so I will try the last one there. And looky there. 0444 works, so pretty awesome. All right, now I am just going to actually start a show and show you how this works. All right, so we have Jimmy Fallon up there, and I just want to show you that looks like we're going to go to commercial. And I don't want to listen to this commercial. I'm just going to hit it once. And look at that. It says mute up there. It says 26 seconds left. And I can just put this down here. I've got to have it facing the TV though, because once that time runs out, it should turn the volume back on again. So let's just see if it does it. 3, 2, 1. And look at that. Volume is back. So I got Toyota Jan up there. And now the cool thing about this is anytime I hit a commercial, kind of like where we're at right now, I could hit this 3 times and program it for 90 seconds. Look at that, we're at mute again. And just let that keep all the commercials at mute. Don't let it bother me. I can do my other things, have a conversation, and I don't have to worry about, oh, shoot, I still have it on mute and I'm watching my TV. Now, when you press this consecutively, say you're going to press it 3 times, you have to press it in rapid succession. So you have to have the subsequent click done within 1 second of the previous click. So if I were to program this for a 90-second mute time, I'd go 1, 2, 3, and that would get me 90 seconds. Because if I just did 1, and then I was like, oh, I want 2 more, 1, 2, the next click is actually going to cancel it. So basically you would hit it 1 more time to cancel it. So if I wanted to actually go back here because the show started, I could just hit this again. It's going to take it off of mute, and then I could hit it 3 times and get 90 seconds of mute action on there. Cool. And then if I want to just cancel it, I can just unmute it just like that. And now I'm back to volume. So pretty cool. I don't want to hear this. I'm going to hit mute. Now I got 30 seconds of just peace and quiet where I can just talk to you. So this little MuteDaddy is great. It works with all of these different TVs. It actually works with Roku as well. You can just have it up here next to your regular TV remote. And then when that forced commercial comes on, when that break comes on, you can just quick hit this. The pad is huge, so you can just tap it by feel. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to hit it again. The volume just came back on, but it's really big. You don't even have to see it. I can do it blindfolded. I can just tell you I'm hitting it anywhere. This is the biggest button on any remote I've ever seen. And give you some free time back during those commercials. Because those technology companies, they figured out how to get the commercials back in front of us, even though we thought we were outsmarting them with DVR. Well, no longer. This little simple device here is going to free you from commercials. Hey, if you want to pick up the MuteDaddy, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper.